Okay, first thing we're going to do in this video is open our packaged JSON in our client directory, and we're going to add a proxy. We're going to link up our passport, Facebook passport, to our front end, but I want to do that with a proxy. So in your package.json, add a proxy object and put in the first thing is going to be /auth/wildcard. And in that is going to be a target. And I'm going to use HTTP localhost 8081. The 8081 is the port where my backend is. So now any requests to auth are going to get forwarded from the front end to the backend. And if you remember, or it's a Google login, isn't it? But anyway, it's auth/Google, so it'll forward this request from the front end to the back end. So back to our routes index, we're going to import menu and menu item from material UI menu. And let's see where our avatar was. That's just a placeholder right now. We're going to give an ID of avatar. And right below it, we're going to add this menu, this code right here. We're going to add a menu, and open is going to be menu open. The anchor element is going to be document.getElementById avatar, which is our avatar. And on request closed is going to be handle menu closed. And our menu item is just going to be a link to /auth/Google. And a class name classes.link, and it's going to say sign in with Google. So we made a couple methods and we added a piece of state. So up here we have handle menu open, handle menu close, and we have a piece of state called menu open, which is set to false by default. So one of them sets it to true, one of them sets it to false. Now you can probably combine all this stuff into each one of these into its own toggle method, but for now this is fine. And just down here I said menu open equals this.state, so we can use it down below. And one other thing I added to the link was a color, so it doesn't show up blue or purple or anything. And that's theme, that palette, that shades, that light, that text, that primary. That way, if we change it in our theme, it'll be changed universally. We won't give it a specific color like black or anything. It's actually a slightly lighter shade of black for some reason. So now when we run our program, our avatar should produce a drop-down menu. Can you see your proxy gets created right here. So in our app, you go to this, click on this, you get sign in with Google, click on that, and it's going to bring us into the login flow, just like that. So that's set up. Next thing we're going to do is we want to start dealing with JSON web tokens, so we can authenticate our users' communication to the backend and stuff like that. So for that, we're going to, on our root directory here, we're going to install npm install -save a package called JSON web token. All right, I got that. So first thing we're going to do in our model, in our user model, is we're going to add a new field called JWT, and that's going to be a string. So that's in our model. And in our schema, we'll do the same thing. Add a JWT, that's a string. And how we're going to create it. We're going to create it for now. We don't have a password email login yet, so in our passport index.js, we will import JWT from JSON Web Token. Let's see here. And after we save our user, this is for a new user here. So we create a new user. And we'll say const save user. And we'll say const token equals JWT dot sign. And now we're going to do a couple things here. One thing we can do here is we can put an ID in here. We can say ID equals save user dot ID with an underscore. I'm just going to put underscore. I'm not sure if we need it 100%, but it won't hurt to have the underscore there. That's the way it's saved in Mongoose. So after that, we will put in, let's see, we're going to call it JWT secret, and a comma, and then another object, and we'll say expires in, and we'll say 7 days. So we need this JWT secret. So we might as well do it right the first time. So in our config, we'll go to our dev.js, and we'll say JWT secret. And we'll just put some random stuff in there for now. And just to make sure we keep pace in our production, we'll say process.environment.jwt secret. Okay. And we're already importing keys, so all we have to do here is say keys.jwt secret. And that's imported like that. And after we create that, we want to say saved user dot JWT equals token. And once again, we'll await. This time we'll await save user dot save. And now we have to create an if user, but we'll do that in the next video because we're out of time.